YouTube, what's good? Be sure to dev. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday and is ready for this episode of Soccer Manager 2018, the Road to Glory series featuring Tours FC. And this episode is going to be a little different than the previous episodes. The older episodes have been play a game, do stuff in between. There won't be any games this episode. This one, I'm going to start off with a little bit of a recap of season 1 because we just finished up season 1 in League 2. I'm going to look at the schedule, look at how we started, how we finished, look at some of the player stats and things like that. Then I'm gonna jump ahead because I need to scout a lot of the players that you guys left in the comments last episode. I really appreciate all you guys in the comments every single episode giving me good players to sign. I'm cutting off for this transfer cycle, at least for right now. Maybe as it gets closer to the start of the next season, I might open it back up if we get some cash coming in. But for right now, this first wave of new signings, I'm doing a cutoff right now. No more players, right? You see it right now. I've got it up, the short list right now. A lot of you guys have sent in players. Quasi said bring in Maitland-Niles, so I've got him in. He's getting scouted right now. There's always been all kinds of people out here in favor of Joe Gomez. Nico suggested a ton of players. Big up Nico Grant. He suggested Galdamez, who I actually don't think I can sign. Or I can sign him, but I don't think I can scout him because he's in South America. I can only scout in Europe. I figured this out. But I'm going to keep him on the short list for maybe the next window. He suggested Dragos Nedelku, so I'm going to scout him when my scouts get free. He also suggested Thomas Bruns. I'm going to scout him once they get free. And he also big upped Almeida, who I think might be the right back. And also, Ivan Juka suggested Moro. And he also previously suggested the man Justin Kluivert. And Rainer Gaming said, not Moro. Rainer Gaming said Callum Hudson-Odoi. I might look at him, maybe scout him just to see maybe we can have a young foreign in while we build up the youth team part of the club. Now, if you wait till if you come around the end, if some of these guys come in, they should look like they're good signings and I can't figure out who I want to sign out of the players, then I'm gonna have a poll and I want you guys to tell me who should I sign. We're gonna do it like that. So yeah, we're gonna right now look at the team, look at what we've done this season. So take a look at our schedule, man. Start of the year, we actually started off the year with a draw in the friendlies. We came out of the friendlies with no W's, which is wild looking back at it. 1-1, 2-1 loss, 1-1 draw again. And then we started the season off with an L too until we finally pulled a win out against Valenciennes and then lost the next week in the Coupe de France, which is wild. And I mean, just looking at our form for the first, 4 games of the season, first 5 games really. Loss, win, loss, draw. That's the first 5. Like, we were on a terrible start. Then we pulled out a win against Clermont-Foot. Spotty form there. Then we went on a good little 4-game run of wins there. Some draws, losses. The end of December, we picked up a few wins in the league. Can't get anywhere in the cup. The cup successes is going to be something that I want to get some cup runs going next season. I don't want to just only be focused on League 2. And then here it comes, baby. Look at this. Started February 3rd. Social Montbéliard. Win. Draw. Win. Draw. Lost to Stade de Reims. And then a win against Orléans Lorient, which landed us in a solid 5th, 9 points off of promotion, and 5 points behind 3rd, 2 points behind 4th. So not that bad in the end. Looking at the players and the statistics, just looking around, most appearances went to Gradit, actually playing out on the ring at right back. 40 appearances, the average about a 7. So not the worst, not the worst. Solid player out there, especially considering, he's not the best defender on the team. To go out there 40 games, good stuff on Gradit. Dupé, of course, Maxime Dupé, who went on a good tear. 37 games, 20 of them are clean sheets. That's a good return for a keeper, 20 clean sheets. in the season. That's what's up. You can't hate that. Next up is Lapini, who actually ended up pulling out a goal. Defenders, man, this was interesting how solid the defensive part of my team is and how consistently I chose the same defenders. It's really interesting. I didn't realize I was like picking these same defenders, but literally the top 5 appearance makers and the only people with more than 30 appearances throughout the season are all defensive players. Although BK was played, he was kind of played in that, because I did run that 2 defensive mid formation at the start of the season, and I had Louvion and BK in there at the same time. Then we of course had Lapini, who weirdly enough, I think I played him on the left, even though he is a right-sided defender, which is interesting. And then our leading attackers are Buwaza and Bergenu, of course. Both played on 8s. Looking at the best goal scorer, it's kind of off. Cassiera is not, I don't think, our best goal scorer. I believe it ended up being Taram, who put in 12 and 14. What a return. 12 and 14. For some reason, his Guingamp stats show up in the bar here, but 12 goals in 13 or 14 appearances. Are you kidding? Are you done? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, snap, I messed it up. That was a wild return. And then Cassiera is the second most though, with 7 goals and 3 assists in 17 matches, which is a very good return as well. He consistently put up a 7. Looking at the assist makers, Vieira, that's Ronaldo Vieira with his 5. Because I think the ends sound so well, Cassiera Vieira, I sometimes get them confused when I'm saying them close together. He also got 3 man of the matches. Tandia, very underrated Tandia in those 4 assists in 13 games. Actually 15 games. He had 2 substitute appearances. He got a goal and 4 assists. That's a solid season as well. Looking at, it's crazy that you can't order by average performance. But Ronaldo Vieira coming out there almost a 9 in 16 appearances. That's clean. That's so clean. Tandia as well on an 8.2. Those are the things I need to remember. Cassiera put on a 7. Thuram even, well, those are Thuram's old stats. Here at Torres, he put up a 7 in 14 matches. So that's interesting. The fact that guys like BK and Waza went out there and put up 25 plus appearances, averaging an 8 over the course of the match is just good stuff. BK led the team in yellow cards with 7, and he had a red. The red cards in this season were Monte, BK, and Lapini. Just good, fun stuff. We don't have the stats for guys like Hein, who was loaned out and went back. So with all that said, we've done a nice look over the team, and we've got to build for the future, guys. So yeah, man, we're gonna build for the future. But now I'm gonna do a little subs, do the scouting, and then come back to you guys so we can look at all of the players who are potentially on the short list to be signed in this summer window. All right, so we hit July 1, and a lot of things have happened. So the chairman has invested a further $600K or so into the club. We've confirmed that the season ticket amount revenue is about $400K, which is good. We're supposed to finish top half of the table. So we've got a goal this year, finish top half of the table. We've got Valenciennes in the round 1 of the Coupe de la Ligue. Ooh, we got a question from a sports journalist. The draw at the cup, tricky tie between 2 even teams. Think we can win if we stick to the game plan. We drew Nimes for the Coupe de France. We're playing Nancy Lorraine in the first match. I don't know what highlights of the season are. We get about 40K following each game. And Buwaza is retired officially. Wild. So I think the season ticket receipts. So we've got that there. So we've already making a little bit of money in. Cash injection. A little bit of cash there. Waiting on the scouting to finish. Just to let you know where that's at. We got 1 day to get Maolita and not Maolita, Maolita scouts, Moro and Bruns, and then 4 more days to get Hudson Odoi, and then we can look at the last few players. So that is Bruns and Moro, and I don't know why it won't let me go forward. There we go. There's Odoi. So let's take a look at all of these. I'm just gonna do this to get that out of my little thing here. And now we can look at the players on our short list because we got some more players from a scout report, a couple of scouting reports that came back. So the positions we're looking for are defensive on the left, defensive on the right, and midfielders, right? So I went and I looked. Joe Gomez is almost a certain buy at this point because the comments want him. So I'm pretty sure we're going to grab Joe Gomez. 87 pace, 78 work rate. The marking is high. Positioning and tackling aren't exactly where I want them to be, but let's do a compare to Brian Cone, who I think, Monte's our best defender. Let's look at Brian Cone. He's a better tackler than Brian Cone, and he's faster than Brian Cone. He's a little less, not as strong. Let me do one more check for Gomez and then compare him this time to Monte. He's a better tackler than Monte, and he's faster than Monte and got a little bit of pace. So that kind of stuff there. Joe Gomez is definitely going to be an offer. I'm definitely going to make an offer to Joe Gomez. Now, Deneuer is not where we want as far as players, right? Like, he might be somebody I'll sign. I don't really want to sign bench players, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sign players who I know for sure are going to be on the bench all season, because I would rather bring up a youth player and get them some game time and some minutes instead of bringing in someone from free agency. So I'm probably not going to sign Deneuer. Thank you for the suggestion though. Now, the defensive side left players. I don't know if Silva can play on the defensive left. So I don't want to take that chance to sign him if he can't play out there because he costs $3 million. I'm most likely looking at Ferreira, and that's it. That's the wild thing, is we're looking at Ferreira. I guess basically Ferreira Silva. I want somebody to let me know Silva with these positions. He's got D, DM, and ML. Can he play defensive? He can play left back basically. Defensive on the left back. Can he play left back? I need to know that before I spend this money on between him and Ferreira. Ferreira's got marking up high. He's got 74 marking, but his tackling and positioning aren't that good. He's still an upgrade at left back, which I definitely want. He's just not the left back upgrade that I really, really want. He does have a good work rate, and he's got decent concentration, so I don't think he's going to make a bunch of blunders. 60 composure is all right, but the main things I'm really looking for are marking, tackling, and positioning. That combination of the three main things for a defender, because I want more defensive left backs and defensive right backs as opposed to kind of pushing forward right backs. So we've got a couple of right back options. Kenny Tete was one that most people probably actually know. He actually came back on a scouting report. I'm not sure if we can even sign him. It'll be interesting to see if the board lets me sign him because of his wages, because he could throw off our whole wage structure in the club. But I mean, 66 marking, 66 tackling, 78 controls, so he can actually move up a little bit, probably further than I really want him to, if we're going to be totally honest. 80 pace though, 71 concentration. It's got a lot of qualities that I really like. That's one right back option. Another one, extremely popular one, is Almeida. Yeah. 78 positioning, that's the key, with the marking and the tackling not that bad as well. And he's got 80 stamina, which is always good. Won't be someone that swap in and out a bunch. So I think he would be a very good right back replacement. First 70 rated player. This would be a very big boost to the club at the backside. The other right back, Damian Suarez, got him on a scouting report as well. 76 marking, 64 tackling, 59 positioning, 78 pace. These are things that stick out to me. The only negative is he's 30. That's the thing. I would probably bring him in if he weren't 30, because I mean he's 30. Last guy is Steven Moreira, 64 marking, 59 tackling, 59 positioning, 79 concentration though, and 80 pace, 80 stamina, 23. So he's got time to develop, which is to me a positive. I feel like though, trying to sign guys, maybe not Moreira, but probably like Tete. I'm not sure if I could probably sign him to drop down the league, even though I'm not sure. He didn't really get any. Well, this is this year's season, not last. They don't have last year's stats. See, I'm not sure what he did last year for Lyon. it'll be interesting to see, and to see if we can even pry him away from Lyon, because they may want like 8 million for him, even some more ridiculous figures for him. Now, as far as midfielders, I was able to look up Nedelcu, or it might be Nedelcu, I'm not sure how to pronounce that in Romanian, or how you pronounce that in English. Anyway, 60 control, 85 leadership is something that really stuck out to me, especially because he's 21. He's going to grow to be a better player. 78 stamina, 60 tackling, 60 marking. So he's a much more defensive kind of midfielder, which I think is cool. There's of course Silva, who could be a defensive midfielder, and he's quality across the board as far as the midfield stats. Nothing really great except his corners. Looking back up to the forwards, I'm not sure if I'm gonna spend any money on the forward because Thuram and Casiero worked out so well. We do have Quarantine Gene and Kura and Kluivert as options, Kluivert and Hudson-Odoi. Let me see, is there anyone else I want to look at and ask you guys your opinion on? I guess the main thing I'm going to ask you guys' opinion on is the right back situation. Let's look at Bruns. He did come back. His report came back. He's another one that's got a nice, well-rounded set of skills. I mean, 55 attacking and 57 defending. That you can't ask for much more than that. And he also doesn't have too high of a wage. He's 26, so he's going to be about here. So he's probably a good option as some players kind of grow underneath him. Looking also at Muro, he looks like he can kind of do a little everything. Good dribbling, good control, decently creative. I really want creativity out of my attacking midfielder. I want the attacking midfielders to be the dudes who are out here just do creative options. Good work rate and pace as well. So what I think I'm going to do with the poll, right? The poll is going to be, who do we sign at right back? Do we sign Moreira? Do we sign Almeida? Or do we sign Tete? That's for our left back. I'm almost certainly going to go in for Gomez. I'm almost certainly going to go. I want you guys to put in the comments about Fiera versus can Silva play left back? Like, I'm not sure, and I don't want to spend 3 mil, probably more than 3 mil, going to trying to go to Sporting, probably spend closer to 4 or 5 mil to test that out. You know what I mean? It'd be wrong. As far as midfielders, I forgot we have Alenia as well, who is another good option. So the second question, I guess, is who do I get out of these three here? Muro, Alenia, and Bruns. Oops, I didn't even click on him. I meant to click on Maitland-Niles. He's a good, solid player as well. That might be, again, somebody I might sign later on in the window after we've sorted out the money situation, bought our guys that want to buy, maybe sell some people just to get the money situated again. So who do we buy? Do we get Bruns, Alenia, Muro, Nedelcu? I think are the 4 options there. So it's going to be 2 polls. They've shown up. Please be sure to vote. Make your voice heard. And yeah, that is it. It is July 6th in game. We're about to embark on another, yes, that's right, another League 2 campaign. We're looking at 3 friendlies, Ajaccio, Chamois Nord, and Orleans Lorient. And then we're going to jump in and hopefully replicate the success of last year and even improve upon it and make ourselves a top half team, hopefully even getting automatic promotion is my personal goal, as well as some cup runs past the first round of these cups. And I'd also like to really win the league. I think this is based on our form at the end of last season. If we make these improvements, especially the defensive improvements, I think we can seal a lot of wins and win League 2. Anyway, guys, thank you for checking out this episode of the Soccer Manager 2018 series. I hope you have a good Friday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend as well. And I'll talk to y'all later. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new. Talk to y'all later. Peace.